What's up, everybody? Steven here for Off the Shelf Movie Night to talk to you about physical media, about Blu-rays and 4Ks, and the way we like to own our movies and TV shows and documentaries and whatever it is we like to watch on a screen. We like to own it because we don't like to be messed with. We like to watch when we want to watch, how we want to watch, and not worry about being, having our stuff edited because it happens, especially on Disney. If you haven't subscribed, please do so we can continue this conversation, talking about physical media, about collecting, how we collect, and all that kind of stuff. And if you like what you see here, I'd love a like and a share. It'd mean a lot. Really help get the word out about the channel. So, on this video, I want to talk about double dipping. We double dip all the time as collectors. A movie comes out that we really like, and then down the line they release a nicer version, more extras, more better quality image, better packaging, all that kind of stuff. And if you're like me, you flip that one and you buy the new one, and it is a never-ending cycle that I think is actually ending. I think we really are getting to a space with 4K where this might be our last physical media format. It's kind of like CDs. There's nothing new. CD was the last audio format. So I think Blu-ray and 4K is to vinyl and CD. Those are the two mediums that'll be out there. People will buy those, and that'll be it. I don't know. I could be wrong. We'll see. So I know a lot of you guys, flipping is blasphemy. You keep every version of what particular movie you like. But I like to allocate space, to an individual movie. Give me the best possible version of said movie, and let's open the rest of the space up. But there are exceptions, and that's what we're talking about right now, are my exceptions to the rule. Movies in my collection that I have multiple copies of the same film. I'm going to show those to you. I don't know if this is all of them, to be honest. I believe this is all of them, but it might not be. And we may do another one of these down the line, because this is going to happen, again and again with certain things. So here are the films that I have multiple copies of and why I have them. The first one that I have that I'm going to show you is Halloween in 4K. So I really like this Lionsgate release. It's a very beautiful 4K. I know that Shout Factory has has now released a new 4K. I think it's the same 4K scan, but they redid the color grading. I hate that color grading. I hate that new color grading. It's not film accurate, and it gets away from the point of 4K to begin with. A good 4K is supposed to give us the most filmic experience that we could get, and this one does that. This version literally looks like what it would look like. I've seen this movie on a film print, and that's what it looks like. So why do I own two? Well, I own two because I also own this box set right here. This beautiful Halloween set. Previously also released by Scream Factory. This has a very nice Blu-ray of the original film, and I'm not getting rid of this set, so because of that I have two copies. Now, do I need 4Ks of everything? Do I need them? No. Should Shout Factory release them? Yeah, I'll probably get it. I know that as of the recording of this in December of 2021, about half of this set they have released in individual releases in 4K, but not the complete set. And I've chosen to not pick up those individual releases because I'm fairly confident that the rest of the movies are getting released this time next year in 4K. And if that's the case, I'm sure they'll do a set like this, and then that's what I'll get. But even if that happens, I'll still maintain this copy. And the reason why is this color grade is much more accurate. It's much more accurate to the film. Their new color grade is awful. So it's so noticeable and so impactful that in the new set, they actually include a Blu-ray with the original color grading. Because they know there are going to be people who want that. But I want the original color grading in 4K. So this is sticking around. This is going nowhere. All right, that's number 1. Number 2 is this set right here. This is the Phantasm Complete franchise set. I don't know if you know these movies. Phantasm, it's directed by the first one anyway. I believe, all of them but the last one. The last Ravager was directed by a fan of the franchise, and it's a terrible movie. But the others are directed by Don Coscarelli, who also did Beastmaster and Bubba Hotep, some really cool movies. It's a movie about this guy, this tall man guy. I know I keep leaning back from the mic. This tall man guy, he comes from an alternate dimension and takes the souls of dead people over to his dimension. And these guys right here try to stop him. Very fun movies. There are 2 iconic things about this movie. One is the tall man himself. He's just creepy as hell. Sadly, he has passed away. And the other are his weapons of choice. These spheres, these floating spheres with drills and knives and stuff. And he could send those things out and kill people who get in his way. So Welgo put this nice Blu-ray set. Pretty good transfers. Good transfers. I mean, I really would probably buy this again in a 4K release, though, honestly, if they were to do it. Good set, though. Good set. And this set actually comes with a sphere. You know, it's just a statue. It's just one of the spheres that flies around or whatever. So it's a good set. So why do I have another set? Well, I'll show you. The other set that I have is right here. And it is the DVD set, and it's actually inside the sphere. And it does not have the newest movie in it because this was released years and years ago. I just love that the movies are actually inside this set. Now, you have to be careful with it because they're not like, it's not the best protection in the world. So this is a set. Now, it's on the bubble. I might actually flip this set because the new set does have a sphere. It's up there on the shelf. It's a smaller one, so it takes up less space. But I do love this, and I do love that the movies are inside there. But yeah, this is the one that I'm going to show you today that very possibly could get flipped. I just haven't decided yet. All right, next up is The Matrix Steelbook here. Have it in Steelbook because that's how it came. That's how, it wasn't because I was, oh my god, Steelbook. But it came this way. And then also I have the Matrix trilogy in Steelbook. So why do I have the first film twice? Why do I have the first film twice? It's the same 4K transfer, exact same film. So why? Well, it's obvious why. This one has a second disc full of bonus features, not included in this trilogy. So because of that, I have to have both sets. Now, we're going to see what's going to happen with the new Matrix. I mean, I'm not going to go through I went a little bit through the story of Phantasm, and I might touch on some stories on other things, but, I mean, everybody knows the Matrix. We're going to see what happens with the new Matrix movie. I'm sure we're going to get a new box set with that one, with that fourth film in it. The question is, do we get all these bonus features ported over? Because if we do, both of these get flipped. If we don't, then these stay, and I probably just buy the Matrix 4 in a nice version, whatever that version might happen to be, if the movie's good. I don't believe you have to own an entire franchise if one of the movies is not good. Now, and typically I do, and it's because I get them in a box set, like Ravager is in this box. I don't care about Ravager. Really, probably what I will be watching, as time goes by, related to Ravager more are the bonus features more than the actual movie itself, because Ravager's a fucking terrible movie. All right, so next up, I didn't pull the actual other disc off the shelf. I should have. I failed. Okay, but I have right here Ghost in the Shell. This is a Mondo Steelbook release. A very nice Blu-ray release. I picked up the 4K, which is on the shelf. I meant to pull it off. I failed. I'm a little bit off on this one because I just bought the 4K. So what I'm going to do now, and you guys let me know if you already know this. It's a cool slipcover. This is a very cool package right here. The 4K, not as cool. I think they did do the new 4K in a Steelbook. I didn't get it. I just got the standard 4K release. It's pretty basic. This is a much nicer release, but if I go and compare the two and the bonus features are the same, there's no, again, my philosophy, no reason to maintain this. This will get flipped. So we'll see. We'll see. That's the Matrix and the Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell, there would be no Matrix without Ghost in the Shell, by the way. This is a very classic anime film. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. Skip the Scarlett Johansson movie. I love Scarlett Johansson, but that movie's awful. All right, so next up is kind of a big set of movies here. I'm going to show you these first. So I have these. This is Captain America, the First Avenger, Iron Man, Iron Man 2. So I started, these are Steelbooks from the Phase 1 MCU. If you look behind me there, wrong side. If you look right over there, you'll see that I have the Phase 1 briefcase. I didn't want to pull it out. It has all the Phase 1 films on Blu-ray. And I've been trying to decide, do I want to get them all in 4K? These are the only ones that I've gotten in 4K so far from the Phase 1 individual films. They're my favorite ones of Phase 1, especially the first Iron Man. I think the first Iron Man is still one of the best MCU movies of all time. The second one, and Captain America, First Avengers were really great. I do have also some of the other movies in 4K from the other phases, but they're not double dipped. I only have the 4Ks, so that's why they're not here. So I'm still in this space where I'm trying to decide, do I get all of the Phase 1 movies in 4K? Phase 1 is the best phase of the MCU, generally, I think. Generally. So what do I do? It's really something I contemplate. I don't necessarily have to have them all in Steelbook. It would be kind of cool to do that, but the Steelbook started shooting up in price too much, so I skipped it. I do have some others. I have Guardians of the Galaxy in Steelbook. I have Doctor Strange in Steelbook. I have Black Panther in Steelbook. So I have a lot of them in Steelbook, but I don't know if I want to do the investing to get the 4Ks all in Steelbook. It was very disappointing when they put out this complete set, this Infinity set or whatever, and it was a piece of garbage. It wasn't a nice presentation whatsoever, so I didn't get it. So anyway, these are double dipped. I have the briefcase, and then I have these ones of the individuals. And like I said, I'm trying to decide, because the thing is with the 4Ks is they're just 2K upscales. And to get the HDR is generally worth it still to me for a 2K upscale. But Disney, well, which is also, Marvel, does not do a great job. They do not do a great job with their 4Ks. They just don't. Maybe that's a hot take for some of you guys, but I believe it to be true. They don't do a good job. So anyway, let me know what you think. Are you upgrading all of your MCU movies to 4K? Right now in my mind, I'm thinking, let me just do the ones I really, really like the most. But then some of the ones that I don't like as much have been gifted to me. So I have them. Like I have Captain Marvel in 4K in a Steelbook also. Anyway, it's up in the air. It's up in the air. So what else do I have? I do have other MCU stuff double dipped. I'm going to show you right now. So I have this Avengers release. In Blu-ray, but this is an exclusive, Target exclusive, that has an extra disc of bonus features. I think I showed this in a previous video, and someone mentioned to me that these extras are included in the sets now. So if you know that the extras on that extra disc are included in the other sets, let me know so I can flip this. I will flip it. Because it's just a Blu-ray of the Avengers, I only have it for the extra disc. So I think someone did mention the last time I did a double dip video that they have included it. Let me know. So with that, and I think the last time I did a double dip video was when I purchased this beautiful 4K Steelbook set of the Avengers movies, right? So I have the first couple of them. I have the first 2 Avengers movies in Blu-ray, and now I have them all in 4K. And again, it's a situation of extras. You know, the first Avengers movie is in this set here. There. So I have it actually 3 times now. I have it here, I have it here, and I have it in the set, in the briefcase set. That's too many times. I need to be able to get rid of this one. But I also don't believe in separating the bonus disc from this set. So, you guys tell me. Alright, the very last thing I have that's a major double dip is a 1980s era ninja movie. I think ninja movies were the first superhero movies, and this movie is the best of them. It is Revenge of the Ninja. Sho Kosugi is the ninja in this movie. If you don't know him, you should look him up. He did some great action movies in the 80s. This is his best. This and Pray for Death, which is put out in a very nice Arrow release. Pray for Death is a great ninja movie. But I remember seeing this one on cable growing up and just thinking, man, this is a superhero if there ever was one. This guy can climb walls. He can swing between buildings. He's got all kinds of cool special weapons. He disappears in a smoke bomb. It's a superhero. Kino Lorber gave us this edition. It's fine. It's good. It's better. It's better than what we had previously. All we had was take a look at those pictures right there. All we had was a DVD release. So I picked that up, and of course I have the DVD release from MGM. Why do I have it? Because I was lucky enough at a film festival to meet Sam Furstenberg, the director of the movie, and he signed my DVD. It was a very cool experience meeting him, getting to talk to him about this movie and others that he had done. So now it's a memento. It's a keepsake. So now it sits on my shelf and will always be. Anyway, that's it. That's my Double Dips update. I think I've added a couple since the last time I did one of these videos. Let me know what you double dip, what you have in your collection, and let's talk about double dipping and what your thought process is on it. Until next we meet, pull something cool off the shelf, share it with your friends and family, and remind them why physical media is the best way to watch films and TV. I'll see you guys on the next one.